the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A throw over the... Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. No gain on the play there, second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw is Andrews from the gun on third down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That third down conversion good for 23. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. His pass caught at the 4. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first
and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. To throw on second down. Andrews. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who simply tried to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Texans had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Second and 5 now. Sudfeld. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive of 6 points. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on. Points.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And here's Andrews off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Andrews on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Andrews on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know you thought saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Andrews now. Off play action. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense They couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier. They shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Another try after the first down sack. Sudfeld. This is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sudfeld. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Sudfeld. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. In the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd and 10, Sudfeld. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Take it in at the 22. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Off the play fake. Andrews. They'll roll him out right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Andrews. From the gun on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start thinking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Hands it off out of the gun. And still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down and goal to go.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second and goal, Sudfeld buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, are coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the move to his left. He finds his man complete. It's O'Connor. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down, as good running gets them to about the 44. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but, of course, that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And here's Andrews throwing on first down. He's going to go on top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Waters. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On second down, they'll run it here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers.
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out of that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 1, Sudfeld. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Looking to throw. Andrews. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to be 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he'll be hit.
I don't know why you say something.
And that's ball incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, allowed to throw it anyway.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical,
what do you say?
Executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
Me too. I was surprised. This man don't tackle anybody. He got an X factor, but can't stop anybody. Like, it makes no sense.
That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
We was both throwing interceptions. Like, all the interceptions were iffy, if you ask me.
How does the Texans kick team
On both sides.
send this one away?
No, yeah, the abilities definitely saved me on that, the pressure. But I got, I think, quick draw is called.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but it cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last